Hey everyone, it's Jensen here again for some more talk about what's been going on. Of course, the big news, the Super Bowl, the Rams are Super Bowl champions, defeating the Bengals. I think it played out a lot like we predicted that it would, that the defensive line for the Rams was just a little bit too much for the offensive line of the Bengals to maintain. I mean, there at the end of the game, Burrow gets, taken down when he's got Chase running open, but he just doesn't have enough time to get him the ball. And so the Rams win. The other thing, like on the last drive that the Rams had to score and take the lead, when he Stafford threw that no look pass, I mean, he baited the defender to move just out of the way, and then without looking hit Cooper Kupp. Just an incredible throw. Truly incredible there. So awesome. That was an awesome throw. And if you can see the different angles, there's an angle that came out today of it that is just truly impressive, seeing what it is. Okay, so what else is going on? I mean, I don't know what else there is to say in the Super Bowl. I guess we can go on to the the parades, which is just a joke. I mean, all sports parades are dumb, but whatever. You want to have it, okay. The joke is, so the Rams win, and then all of a sudden LeBron James is like, we should have a three-way parade with the Dodgers and the Lakers and the Rams for LA. No, no. Of those teams, one has won the most recent championship, just the Rams. Not you, LeBron, who are barely holding on to a play-in game into the playoffs. Your team is garbage, and we know you think you're the best, but your team is not. And so, no, this is a stupid idea. He's just so full of himself. I cannot stand LeBron James. He's just so full of himself. The actual idea that he would need to be in that parade is just a joke. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. LeBron James, oh, we should have a three-team parade. No, you are a joke. It's not everything is about you. Go try to start winning some basketball games. Thank you very much. I just don't like him. There's something about LeBron James that I just really don't like. Despite the fact that he is probably next to Jordan, the best basketball player ever, but I do put Jordan first. I mean, can you imagine Jordan like trying to join in with like a Bears parade? Like if they had won? No, he wins himself, and then they throw the parade for him. It's just, I cannot stand LeBron James. Anyways, we'll stick with basketball again. To another thing I wanted to rant on a little bit was what's his bucket? Why am I drawing a name blank? The Philadelphia guy that is now in Brooklyn, and I'm not going to pull out his name because I am awful at that. Dang it. Anyways, he the forward who's been having his mental issues and hasn't played for the 76ers all season. Now he's got traded to the Brooklyn Nets, and he's worried about Ben Simmons. There we go. Oh man, I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. Ben Simmons. So now he's, ready to play again. Apparently his mental issues are over now that he's out of Philadelphia, and he just wants to be himself. And that's what I have issue with. Whatever was going on in Philadelphia, whatever. But I hate it when it's a very common thing in athletics and in just life today. We need to be ourselves. And no, you are yourself, but how about you try to better yourself rather than just be yourself. I think if people had the attitude of not just being themselves, but bettering themselves, people would make progress. Maybe Ben Simmons wouldn't have sat out the entire season there in Philadelphia and learned how to shoot free throws, and then he wouldn't have been booed and could have contributed to his teams. Don't just be yourself. This goes for everyone. Don't just be yourself. Better yourself. We're not here just to be ourselves. I mean, if we're just being ourselves at in as a toddler, you're never going to get past the gimme, 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 which apparently, going back to LeBron, is where I don't think many people have gotten past. I think we're so busy being ourselves today rather than bettering ourselves that we don't move forward. And so that I just heard that from Ben Simmons in his opening press conference for the Brooklyn Nets, now that he's going to be there. And it rubbed me the wrong way. Be better. Be better. Don't be yourself. Be better. Better yourself. Anyways, enough basketball talk. That's yeah. Unless we're talking about college basketball, which I still think, those teams in college basketball, granted, they don't have the star power anymore, but teams want to play, and they're just having, it's better in college basketball, especially if you can get teams that have some of the older players. Then I think those are more fun teams to follow. Like USC with Drew Peterson, who beat UCLA the other day. Even despite USC trying to give that game away. But Drew Peterson just was on fire, hitting everything. And upperclassmen just taking over a game, you love to see it. And I don't know why you throw the ball into the other team at half court with 2 seconds left in the game and a 3-point lead, when you can just get it into one of your guys and make one free throw and the game is over. But luckily, UCLA missed the shot. It didn't go into overtime, and USC won the game. So awesome. An awesome atmosphere there at Gateland Center. Always beating the Bruins. Beat 5 in a row now. First time that's happened since 1943. So good things going on in college basketball. Without the best player, Isaiah Mobley, too. Another upperclassman that makes you like the team. Anyways, we'll move on from basketball and college basketball into the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is the Olympics. More Olympic stuff. First, on the hockey front, we've got the gold medal match for the women's hockey. It's USA versus Canada again for the rematch of what happened last Olympics. Canada has beaten the US this Olympics in the group stage, so it'll be a rematch. US beat Canada for the gold medal last Olympics, so hopefully they can repeat. The men undefeated in their group play, so they're going on into the quarterfinals. I can't remember exactly how the men's tournament is set up, so good job for them and beating Canada on the way. I mean, it's the young guys, it's not NHLers, but still good for the US to do that. Oh, I had 2 things. We'll get to one other rant. Anyways, the other big news story, and I touched on this the last one, was the Russian skater, and I'm not even going to try to name her name, but she tested positive for doping, took something that apparently increases the blood flow to the heart. And she's 15 years old. And why that's important is because she's so young, they don't consider it an automatic ban because she might not have known or had the responsibility of taking whatever she took, which I understand and I agree with that. I don't think a 15-year-old probably is understanding everything they're putting into their body and shouldn't have to be responsible. However, so she tests positive, and then the Olympic Committee decides that they're not going to punish her. So she can compete, she can win a gold medal and whatnot. which I think is garbage. I don't think you should ban her for like years or whatnot, but she shouldn't be in this tournament. She should wait till the next, whatever the next tournament. I think they normally do something shortly after the Olympics, but that's where she should be competing next, not in the Olympics. She tested positive for the Olympics. You can't compete in the Olympics. I'm sorry. I don't care what age you are. You cannot do that. They didn't do that. Instead they said, you can compete, and to make matters worse, we still want to punish you somehow. So if you are on the podium, then we won't have a medal ceremony. What about the people that also medal? That is just a joke. I don't understand. You're punishing other contestants. First, you're punishing other contestants just by letting someone who cheated compete. Second, you're punishing other contestants. If she medals, then they can't have the celebration that they won, whatever medal it is. It's a joke. She shouldn't be able to compete. She should be out and then come in the next tournament. And then their excuse makes her seem even more guilty. Their excuse was, oh, well, it was contamination from some of her grandpa's medicine. No, that makes you seem like she knew what was going on. And now I'm almost even more convinced that she's guilty. And it wasn't just some doodah that gave her something that she had no idea. Russia is going to be like Russia, though. I mean, they cheat, and until you stop them and hold them responsible for cheating, it's going to continue. And so it's a joke. Granted, it's an event that I don't really care about, but it's still, the principle of that is just insane. I don't understand it at all. There's no reason why she should be able to compete, and no reason why they shouldn't let the other people that win their medals get the medal ceremony if she's on the podium too. Just a joke. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to touch on, Premier League soccer, Manchester United was playing. Champions League is back again. There was some good action there. Paris Saint-Germain ends up beating Real Madrid for the first leg in the last second. So exciting stuff going on in there. But the game I cared about, of course, Manchester United, they were playing Brighton. And what I don't understand is, I don't understand their new manager. I think they were probably better with Ole Solskjaer than the new guy they have here. But you're barely doing anything in the first half. Then you get the ball, you score. Cristiano Ronaldo finally breaks his goalless drought and scores a goal. So you go up 1-0, and then you're going along, and it's getting closer to the end of the game. So what do? You're playing an inferior team, and you have two options with your substitutes. Keep on trying to press and attack and get a second to put the game away, or go into a shell turtle mode. And whenever you go in the turtle mode, you're going to lose. Now, taking this into consideration too, Brighton had a red card, so they're down a man. So it should be easier to attack them. And what does Manchester United do? They sub off an attacking player, Sancho. They put in a defensive guy, and what do you expect? I mean, Brighton was this close to tying the game. It whacked off the top crossbar. It was just a joke. And an 11-man team couldn't hold the ball against Brighton. It was, I can't wait till they get a new manager. Anyways, the moral of the story is go after the win. Don't hunker down and try not to lose. And that's what Manchester United has been doing, which is why they've only managed to score about 1 goal a game. Luckily, at the very end of the game, at the very end of stoppage time, Bruno Fernandes hits another, they get a breakaway, and it's 2-on-1, and they're able to put it in to make it 2-0 to win. It shouldn't have ever come to that. But anyways, that's all that's been going on for here. So I'll talk next time. Well, and so have it so good, everyone.